guys? Welcome back to the ViceCityGamerz podcast. I'm Jay, and I'm joined as usual by my boys BJ and Chris. And special guest Jacob has made another appearance. And we're just a couple of guys from the Miami area who come together to talk everything gaming. And on today's episode, we have a couple of good topics. We're going to be talking about the Sony State of Play that just passed. We're going to be talking about some Hellblade, some Xbox predictions for the showcase coming in a few days, and I guess whatever we're playing, right? Was there something
Right.
else?
Sounds good.
I think that's it. All right, man. So everybody feeling good? Everybody doing good? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me things.
Who's starting off? Am I starting off, or you guys want to go first? What do you guys want?
For Sony?
Oh no, just in general. Like, what are we playing right now? I guess
yeah,
I'll
we
go
can
first.
do that, bro. Go for it, Chris.
I'll go first.
Start
I
it
guess.
off.
So, I'm playing Rise of Roni. It's also known as Rise of Ronin. A game that I was highly anticipating, and I'm highly disappointed with. To the point that I went back to play South Park Stick of Truth, because I guess I was expecting a Ghost of Tsushima kind of game, and it's not for me. The quality is not there. I'm trying to like it because I paid money for it, but really am not. I don't know, man. So I'm playing that. I'm also playing Uncharted 4. I went back to that.
Nice.
And of course, South Park Stick of Truth right now.
How are you?
And I
liking
also
Stick of
played,
Truth?
yeah. And I also played Unicorn Overlord, a little bit of that as well, which I don't know what to think of it yet. I'm just like an hour into it, and I don't know what, like the demo, right? I haven't finished the demo yet. That Unicorn Overlord is kind of like that AFK style kind of game where, all you do is move the moves, the player somewhere, and then they do their own thing. It's not like a turn-based kind of thing. It's all strategy. So far it's not bad, but I don't know. I got to give it, I guess, a little longer to see how it is. But like I said, Rice Aroni, disappointed, man. I wish I liked it more than I do, but I don't.
Yeah, you were looking forward to it. Is the unicorn one like Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that?
That's what I thought when I first saw it. And Jacob, I think, played it as well, right, Jacob?
Yeah. I tried it. It's like you move around, but once you like get into battle, it's like automatic. Like you don't do anything. You just sit there and watch. You can even fast forward through it. So it's, but
It's all right.
yeah,
That's
like
weird.
once you get past, it's really weird. I've never seen anything like it. It's not really what I was looking for, but once I got I'm like an hour in also on the demo, and it starts getting a little bit more interesting. You can see where the strategy starts coming into play, but I don't know. I don't think so far I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. So I have a friend who's playing it, and he's loving it, man. He said that he gave it a chance. He went in like deeper into it, and he ended up buying the whole thing because he ended up liking it. So maybe just the chance of just giving it a time.
There's a lot of people big on that game. I didn't know that the combat was like that.
I thought it was gonna be more like tactics, and it's not.
Definitely do the demo first.
Yeah,
if you're interested. I think that's good, and I'm gonna keep going with the demo, and then we'll see.
Yeah. What system y'all playing on?
Xbox,
PlayStation.
Ooh, nice. We versatile over here at Vice City Game.
We're all over the place. Everyone gets a shot.
Well, I think I know Chris is the main one that plays like 16 games at once, but are you playing anything else, Jacob?
I'm still playing Final Fantasy 16. I already beat it, but I'm playing it again because it's been like a year, and then the DLC came out, so I'm just trying to replay the story so it's fresh, so I can do the DLC. Yeah, I'm weird like that.
Damn.
Yeah, I know that's commitment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's long. Yeah, but I'm like skipping through the side quests, but it's still such a long game. But it's good. It's enjoyable. It's a good story. It's just very like convoluted. It's like, I think I said it last time. There's like 6 different factions. It's like you kind of have to like do your homework to be like, wait, who is that? Who's this? Like, but it's pretty legit. And then I played obviously Unicorn Overlord. I've been playing that for a little bit, just a demo. And then I've been playing NBA 2K24. So it was like included with PS5. So I was like, let me just play.
It is.
Yeah. So I was like, let me just play the My Team thing. But then you get stuck and it's like 4 a.m. I'm like, shit.
I forgot to mention, I also play X Defiant, which is kind of like a COD kind of game. Like, it's all right.
Yeah,
I know you're leaving out like a couple more games and shit. So.
What other 10 games are you playing?
No, it's X Defiant was the other one I was playing.
Nice.
It's all right. It's not it's fun, but not something I would play for more than a week or so.
Hey, Stick of Truth is nuts though, man. That game is awesome.
It's fun.
It just gets better and better.
I finished the Fractured Butthole.
Finished playing with the butthole?
Yeah, I finished it, bro.
You fractured that thing?
Oh, fractured it.
You got to be gentle, bro.
Yeah. Listen, man. For anybody who hasn't played the Fractured Butthole, please play it, but beware that it's not a politically correct kind of game. It's raunchy and it's very explicit, but it's amazing. I absolutely love it.
Real quick,
I think everybody's well aware.
Yeah.
The title South Park.
Yeah. I'm going to download the DLC. There's a couple of DLC packages they have. I'm going to download those to play those as well.
Which is the one that's that Mr. Slave?
Stick of Truth.
I don't want to Stick of Truth.
Don't ruin the ending.
Oh, okay. No, that's
too good.
Don't say that. I'm not there yet.
No.
No, that's
disturbing.
All. Yeah,
it's so good.
Listen, it's not as disturbing as when you find out what happens in the precinct and the Fractured Butthole.
This is where
that was messed up.
You'll see,
because I've never seen anything like what I saw in Stick of Truth at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Graphic.
Oh, okay. I can't wait.
It's graphic.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably one of the craziest things I've seen on my screen. Game or not.
Really?
Oh wow!
But what I'm liking of the Stick of Truth is that the gameplay is a little different compared to the Fractured Butthole. Fractured Butthole is more turn-based, right? This one's a little different.
This is so funny.
Yeah, bro. What are the Pokemon called in that game? Digimon, something like that.
Oh,
the what?
Oh, the little things that you pick up during the thing?
What are they called?
I forgot. Gigimon or something like that?
Gigimon or something. So they got their own version of Pokemon. So as you're going through the game, you come across them and you gotta like catch them all.
Knock them off of windows. Yeah.
It's like Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
In that like rock voice.
I played them both back to back, so I have the stories like all like mixed up. But I remember there's one like gentrification and stuff. I don't know if you're there. Oh, he's froze.
We're up back. Right?
Forget it. How about you,
Chris,
BJ?
You gotta disconnect your phone from that Wi-Fi, bro.
Huh?
All that porn is blocking your shit up.
He's downloading another game.
I keep. It's my thing of my little brick over here is acting up. Every time I knock the desk, it does something to the brick over here. I'm sorry, fellas.
Nah, you're good.
We forgive you.
All right. What about you, BJ? What are you playing? I think BJ's playing the game of life.
Man, yeah. The only thing I've had time and energy for has been this little $5 game I bought on the phone, which I don't even play phone games anymore. It's called Labyrinth City.
Labyrinth City?
It's like you just walk around trying to find clues and stuff. You're like a detective. And some guy Mr. X stole a special stone from a museum that makes a maze of everything. So everywhere he goes, it's just chaos. There's a low.
It's got good ratings.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, it's got good ratings on it. I mean, that's pretty good.
Now we're really diverse. We got somebody in the mobile gaming section. We're good.
What are you playing on the PC, Jose?
Me? Oh, I'm
PC
playing Majora's Mask, man. I know I kind of fangirled about it last time. They did a decompilation thing. And yeah, man, I'm playing that. And it looks glorious. It's like an ultra wide, smooth frame rate and everything. And yeah, at first I thought seeing all the masks and all this weird story, and I'm like, man, what is this? Is this game even going to be about? But as you play it and everything, and I was also worried about the whole 3 day cycle where the after 3 days it's the end of the world or whatever, and you have to like play a song to go back. I was like, man, that's kind of weird, but it does kind of work out. It makes sense, and I'm addicted, man. Hopefully, I'll beat it soon.
Addicted.
Did.
Dick, dick, dick.
I was gonna say something, but
Well,
more
after
dick than it.
the stick of truth, fractured butthole, a dick,
Addicted.
Addicted.
did.
More masks.
Today's gonna be X-rated for sure.
Yes, sir.
Mm. All right.
Yo, but Majora's Mask overall, like, really enjoyable, huh?
Yeah, I love it, man. I wasn't. I mean, I figured, right on the tail of Ocarina of Time, they make this game. I figured, how could it be bad? And I know some people liked it even more than Ocarina of Time, so I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, and bro, it hooked me right away. I love all the cool little things you could do. They even like right off the bat, you have to jump from like column to column to column, and guess what? There's no jump button in Zelda Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. So I know that was a complaint about God of War, but yeah, there's no jump button in there. But anyways, like he does like all these
I mean,
little
that shit
flips and
also came out in the 90s, bro.
yeah, but it has one of the highest ratings on Metacritic ever of all time.
Yeah.
Really?
So kind of a big
It's a
deal.
badass game.
Yeah, man.
And what system is this on? Switch?
N64, but
N64.
I'm basically playing it on the PC because it's like a decompiled version. It's all like modded and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, long story, but it
You're
looks
playing the
amazing.
best possible way
Oh, it's so
that you
good.
could have played. Yo, those are the two games that got me. I'm a Zelda fan for life. Those two games, like back then when we were young, you immerse yourself in this world. The sound, the story is beautiful, man.
Really?
Fucking
Like I
beautiful.
said, I was never a big Zelda player. Last one I played was Zelda 2, and that was
Oof.
years ago.
You
No
never
wonder you
played
never played
Ocarina
another
of
one.
Time?
That one's brutal.
No,
Get
after
yourself-
Zelda.
Get yourself one of these bad boys or that new X one that's coming out, and get on that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, man. You're gonna change your tune ASAP.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
It's
hey,
really
hey,
good.
disappointed in Rice-A-Roni. This is a win, 100% win.
Okay.
And it's
Two
free
games
99.
back to back. And
Is it on the Switch? Is it on the Switch?
Actually, yeah, you have it on the Nintendo Switch Online service.
Oh, I
It's
have it
on
on
there.
there?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
sweet. Okay. All right.
You just gotta
I'll
learn
try
the
it.
controls because the N64's controller is so different that no matter what they do, there's a learning curve unless you have a Nintendo 64 controller. Which, not to go off on a tangent, but that's how we roll around here. But I ended up finding out that this company called 8-Bit Do or 8-Bit Do, however it's pronounced, it's a company that makes really good wireless controllers and everything. And then come to find out that they have these kits where you could take your old original controllers and turn them into Bluetooth controllers. You could do it for
Nice.
the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation, and the N64. So the whole thing is, not to really minimize this as much as possible because this is a whole, it's a whole thing. But basically, we know that when the Nintendo Switch Online thing came out, when they started putting NES games, they sold you the NES controllers that connect to the side of the Switch. Then when they started putting out Super Nintendo games, they sold you a Bluetooth version of the Super Nintendo controller. So it's pretty cool to have original old school controllers like basically redone by Nintendo, and they're exactly the same, but now you're getting them new. When if you go out there, everything you're going to pick up is 20 years old, 30 years old. So the N64 is known to have huge issues with the stick because it gets worn out from different games. It's plastic on plastic, so it grinds down. Basically, all N64 controllers will eventually die. So this kit comes with a Hall effect joystick. And for those of you guys that don't know what the hell that means, basically it uses magnets to get a very accurate like position of where the stick is, and it doesn't get worn out at all. So the whole stick drift and everything is going to be a thing of the past. So basically, I bought on eBay for like 15 bucks a broken N64 controller, and then I gutted it and put this kit inside, and now I have this wireless Bluetooth controller, which
Nice.
I didn't get to this, but now that they put the N64 games on that service, they put out a Bluetooth N64 controller. But guess what? They stopped selling it for whatever reason. Nintendo stopped, and the scalpers have that on eBay for like starting at 100 bucks. So this was a much cheaper way of making one, and you could use it for emulation on the PC and all that stuff. So playing
Nice.
it with that, which is freaking awesome. So
Nice.
huge tangent,
Dope.
but don't worry, it's over.
Dope.
Very
That's
cool.
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's super cool, man. I can't wait for you guys to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
You gotta start selling them.
You could probably make like 30 bucks on it after fees and all that stuff. But I mean, there's nothing to keep you from mass producing them. There's a ton of broken N64 controllers out there. You could probably get them in bulk for like 10 bucks, and the kit costs, I think it was 30. So you can get on there.
Yeah, I've
All
seen
right,
some of those broken remotes on Mercari for like $8 and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I couldn't find them cheaper than 15 bucks. So if you get them for 8, it's not bad. As long as it's not, completely falling apart.
I got a confession to make.
Oh,
Well, I kind of had like a thought earlier, man.
Oh,
And my
shit.
wife and I were talking about it.
let's get
I'm
real.
so disappointed in myself. I have all these $1 million ideas, but I never act on it. It's crazy. So I thought about a Spider-Man, but not just any Spider-Man, a female Spider-Man, right? We already have like Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, very different iterations. But just imagine instead of shooting webs from the wrist, she shoots from her nipples.
I'm listening.
So just bear with me.
Why you guys laughing?
Yo, so the webs will be way more reinforced because it's calcified, right?
Mhm.
It can be stronger than Spider-Man can ever secrete webs from his body. And a female Spider-Man just topless, just swinging around New York City. $1 million idea, bro. So I don't know.
Something tells me. Have you tried Googling this?
What's up?
Have you tried Googling this with the safety search off?
No.
What if she webs somebody up and they try to like eat it? Eat the web.
I'm just picturing in my head swinging through the city with none but titties hanging out.
Just
You know?
one to right
My
to
hands would be
left. Right
pretty
to left.
Imagine the Juggernaut wouldn't be able to escape those webs.
The
right?
juggernaut. Yeah, okay.
Think of that, they're not going to be the same size, or they're pointing in different directions. So
I
you're going
know.
to have to work with that. Like,
They're like this.
That's
and
targeting body
Yeah.
fat right there.
How is your artwork? How's your drawing?
some-
Drawing's trash now.
Oh man.
Oh, you could
Hey,
draw
you-
a titty, though.
You should get a Marine to do it, man. They're good at drawing dick pics, so a buoy pig will be too hard.
Hell yeah.
All I'm saying is that I'm sitting on another $1 million idea and I ain't going nowhere with it.
Stan
Hey.
Lee reincarnated.
That'll be a good DLC for South Park.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be a good DLC for South Park.
That wouldn't be as crazy
Spider-
as the ending of
Spider
Stick of Truth.
boobs.
Yeah. South Park titty slinger.
South Park Marvel crossover.
It would have to be Cartman, because if you've seen the more
Turn
recent
the spider
episodes, he
boobs.
got a boob job.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Cartman
Oh.
got a boob job?
Oh, you guys got to catch up.
Oh, wow, dude.
He didn't
Oh, yeah.
need
See
one.
that one yet?
I thought it was just going to be one episode, but then the next episode
Oh,
comes
man.
and he's dealing with it. So it's South Park, man. It's worth going back to it.
Yeah.
I just saw the new episode. They did the little limited edition episode with the Manjaro and Ozempic and all that stuff.
Oh,
That was
I
pretty-
got to
that was-
catch up.
That was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
It's on HBO Max.
No, it's on Paramount, I think.
Oh,
I think it's a Paramount.
HBO has a lot of it, but the newest episodes are on Paramount.
Yeah.
oh wait.
Hey, they destroyed Lizzo in that show.
Oh God.
Jeez.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Nothing
Oh
will
God.
cancel them.
No, nothing, bro.
Never.
There's nothing.
All right, all right. So how about we jump into that state of play? Yeah, man.
Oh
So
boy.
would you want to start us off, BJ?
Nah. I'm gonna go last on this one.
Oh, of course.
I have.
All right, so we'll go down the list real quick. So the sentiment out there is that it was terrible, it was horrible. And at first, the thing is, whenever you have these showcases, everybody comes in with these crazy high expectations. I would have liked to have seen something, about Wolverine for sure. But I
Right,
got something
100%.
that I really wanted, so I was really happy about it, but I'll get to that. But yeah, everybody's coming in with these high expectations, but this is a state of play. It's not the PlayStation Showcase. So, but anyways, they started off with a game called Concord, and they showed this really long video. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy meets Overwatch.
Overwatch. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what I thought was kind of cool about this is that apparently they're going to put out little trailers once a week. So basically, you have your character that you're really into. You like using them, you're using them over and over. And then at the end of the week, you get these videos that drop that give you a little bit more lore and background on your character. It's supposed to make you like attached to it a little bit more. I heard someone say that Overwatch had this or was supposed to have it or something like that. But I don't know. At the end of the day, this genre is called hero shooters, and I'm not really into it too much. And by too much, I mean like I don't play them at all. But it is a first-person shooter game that was, I guess, made by a lot of the Bungie people. So I don't know. A lot of people are shitting on it, but I guess we'll see what happens when it comes out.
And it gave those vibes of like a Destiny kind of vibe as well, especially when it zoomed into the sniper and looking down the alley kind of thing. One of the scenes in there, but it's a lot like Overwatch, man. And we already have an Overwatch similar game coming out with a Marvel game that's coming out,
Yep.
Marvel Rivals. So it's like they're doing this with these games and with Monster Hunter, which is another disappointment for me because how many Monster Hunter games you want to play? And that's another game they announced on there. It's Monster Hunter. It's like, okay, more Monster Hunter, another Overwatch game. It was very disappointing. I really, there was maybe one game that looked okay for me. Other than that, I mean, it was pretty much a wash for me. I guess I'm being too critical of it. That robot game that you like so much, I played it with PS5, and I guess now they're making a full version game of it now, right? That's what they're doing.
Astrobot.
Yeah,
Is that what
Astro
you're
Yeah,
Bot.
bro.
It looks like
Yeah.
Mario 64. Make
Yeah,
that
man.
vibe.
Well, I mean, you
Right.
took it to Astrobot, so if you don't mind, I'm going to talk on that just a little bit. But yeah, so when I see, well, let me just take it back. PS5 came out, it came with this game preloaded. And at first I played it and it was like a tech demo for the controller, right? You play it has you use a little trackpad, do things like blow the controller and that does something, and it uses the haptic feedback and the triggers and everything. And there was like one version of, or one of the four levels that I wasn't a fan of, but the rest of them were extremely enjoyable. And this thing was true 4K 60 frames. So now I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is like kiddie stuff or whatever, but like PlayStation has a lot of quote unquote mascots. You've got Kratos, Aloy, you've got a bunch, but I feel like this is the true mascot, and people have asked for this for a bit, and I'm not really into this kind of thing normally, but I 100%ed the one that came on the PS5. I thought it was freaking awesome. And when I heard that they were
Mm.
working on doing a full game, I had some high hopes. And watching this trailer, bro, it looked really good. It in every scene, it did things that Super Mario Odyssey, which I guess is like the closest comparison, isn't even touching. Now, granted, Mario is like what 7 years old now. A new one's gonna come out on the Switch too. But I can tell you right now, if they don't have their pedal to the metal, this might be a good contender. I mean, it's not a name that everybody knows, so it's at a disadvantage already. But the game looked great, man. I'm super excited about that one. I'll pay whatever the hell they want for it.
Yeah, that one looked like a lot of fun.
Ten.
I mean the only I mean none of I mean most of these games weren't really up my alley, like the Overwatch kind of games. I mean Marvel Rival looks, fun. You know, I have a list of here. I mean there was like two Soul-like games that no shot I'm gonna
Yeah,
play that. No shot.
where winds meet. That's the
Yeah.
Soul-like game they had.
Yeah, and Ballad of Antara or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
right,
that
right.
with some kid riding on some guy's back. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? It's like God of War, like the head,
Yeah.
except it's like a random kid.
Oh, nice.
Dynasty Warriors looked pretty cool, but I've never played any of those games, so I mean, it looked fun. And then it had some weird like VR games that I don't think they look good yet. You know what I mean?
Was that the Alien game? The Alien game? Was that the one that did VR? No, am I
Alien
wrong?
Yeah.
Rogue Incursion.
Yeah,
they had-
Alien,
Mhm.
Alien, and Skydance Behemoth was the other.
Oh, okay. This
Yeah,
was
the
one we did.
Behemoth looks like a Skyrim. I mean, it looks a lot better than Skyrim, but it is a VR game. And you know what vibes I got from that is that Xbox game coming out, Avowed, where it's
Oh.
like a Skyrim, but it's got a lot more features and stuff. Like there's a part where somebody shoots an arrow to the guy, and then he catches the arrow, puts it into his bow, and then shoots it back. And I'm like, yo, all right, that was pretty cool. But it did look rough. It looks like it's got some more work to do on that. And I also am not into PSVR, so or any kind of VR for that matter. I mean, I would give it a shot, but I'm not gonna pay all that money just to play a couple games. And then the Alien one though, I got a little something to say on that. So the Alien game looks pretty cool. It looks like it needs more time in the oven. But if have you guys ever played Alien Isolation? No, I'm not
No.
surprised. So there's this game that came out. I think it came out towards the beginning of the PS4, and it's I believe it came out on Xbox also. But basically, you start off, and I thought it was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna get a gun somewhere, and I'm gonna fight this alien. But it's basically like a sequel to the first Alien movie, but not really related to the second movie. It basically goes off. So you know that the main character in the first movie, like she goes out there, whatever. Her daughter apparently goes to look for her. So you're playing as the daughter of Ripley, and to make a long story short, you're running through the space station looking for her, and you're being stalked by an alien. And it feels like at any given time you're not safe, and you don't really pick up weapons up until well into the game, and you start like having to make smoke bombs and flashbangs and stuff like that. But you never, well, maybe towards the end, you don't really get any true weapons. So for a while, you always feel very vulnerable. There's other enemies other than the alien. And bro, this game had me like on the edge of my seat, like freaking heart palpitations and shit all the way until the end. It wasn't a super long game. It was probably like 10 or 12 hours, something like that. But man, it was one of those that when you beat it, you actually kind of want to go back and just do it again and see if you could like, do better with all the things you've learned. But anyways, now I see this VR game, and the thing about Alien Isolation, the one I was just talking about, is that I don't feel like it blew up back then, but years later it blew up in popularity to the point that they made a Switch port, and I don't know if they put out formally a remaster, but I know that you could access the game now on newer consoles. But yeah, man, if it's anything like that game, it might be a sleeper banger. Yeah. So tangent there, but yeah, that one's
That
pretty
and
good.
they also announced Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah.
Not, I never really was into the Silent Hill, to be honest, but they say it's good, but not really my cup of tea. I don't really like those horror games.
Yeah.
But I like the Path of Exile. It looked exactly like Diablo. I thought it was like a DLC. I thought it was DLC or something.
Yeah.
The
But it's
graphics look sick on
Gory
that one.
as
Yeah, that one looked good. Like honestly, to me, I mean, it was out of all those games that I kind of was like, all right, cool. Was probably Marvel Rivals, Path of Exile, and Astrobot. The other ones, I was like, I mean, Monster Hunter looked okay, but I don't really play.
Nah, it's another Monster Hunter game.
Yeah. I'm okay. And then the character looked weird, like on that boat, I don't know what time.
It looked like they're trying to
line they're
copy a little
playing.
Final Fantasy, like that weird art style vibe, a weird character.
Yeah, but it's like kind of goes all over the place. Like there's that art vibe, and then there's like the dark, like middle, like no, what is that? I was about to say Middle East, but you know what I'm talking about, the like Renaissance era or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just kind of all over the place. It's not really I didn't really like it that much.
They also had that horror game Until Dawn as well.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
they
Until
just
Dawn.
Yeah.
Like Until Dawn. Did you guys ever play any of that?
No, not really.
No, I've never.
So I think I played once with some friends, but I didn't really.
Yeah, Until Dawn is kind of a niche kind of game. It's you're basically playing through this story, and you're going out there to go camping with some friends and stuff, and it's all very creepy and eerie. And there's I think 10 kids, and you're playing and you're making these different decisions, and as you start playing along, you find out that there's some kind of a killer, and I feel like I think that depending on what you choose, you might get a different kind of enemy, so it's not like the same story every time, and you could do different things that end up getting different people killed, and it's pretty gory. It's almost like Saw meets like one of the killer movies like Jason and stuff
It's like
like
Cabin
that.
in the Woods, right?
Yeah, yes. And it had really good graphics already on the PS4, but I see that PlayStation is doing a lot of like digging back and grabbing these older games and bringing them back, putting them on the PS5, and then now it was day and date with PC. So it's an old game. It's already been done. But hey, if more people get to experience it's the kind of game that's a lot of fun to play during Halloween time when things are creepy and
Yeah.
whatever. And it's like a fun vibe. It's a cool game. I'm glad that it's no longer exclusive. That way people get to experience it. But they didn't add anything to it. It's just a game again. Now, some people are saying maybe they're putting this out there to build hype for the second one, because apparently they've been working on the second one for years. So it should be pretty interesting.
Okay.
But that one has the closest graphics that I would say to like a Hellblade. Hellblade is like the graphics are on another level, but this game is like almost realistic graphics, because I guess it's a lot of motion capture. It's not like you're creating a character and making the character do things. Everything that's happening in these games was scanned and captured. So, but then again, similarly, those games, it's like you're on rails. You're just or make a choice, keep going, make a choice, keep going. But speaking of games coming to PC, they advertised God of War Ragnarok coming to PC, so good for them. Some more people get
it's a
to
great game.
try that badass game out.
Yeah.
And
He
they
can't
had
jump, but yeah.
yeah, they had like ultra wide support, and now you'll be able to play it in 4K 120. Yeah, go figure, it's still good.
I heard they put a jump button on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
telling you.
there'll be a mod for it. That way you
Heard
can
they
jump
should.
straight up like a goofball.
You guys got to try Final Fantasy 16. X
Oh,
button.
I'm going to. I'm
You can
going
jump?
to.
You can jump. You can jump.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, the
Makes a big difference.
Yeah. No, it is. It is.
yeah, well,
Honestly,
you
with the
can't jump
fighting.
in Hellblade, so relax, guys.
It's not meant for that.
Yeah.
And God of War is? Nah, man.
You don't see Sonoa up there jumping over people's heads and stabbing them in the damn back of the head and taking
No,
off their head. And
you know why you can't do
flying
that?
in
Because you
the
can't walk up
air,
behind
swinging on
anybody.
chains like Spider-Man.
Yeah, no,
Dang.
you can't do that in Hellblade, because in
Kratos
Hellblade
is
every
like a
fight
budget
is like a
spawn,
showdown.
bro.
Jesus Christ.
The enemies there, are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Wait, what about all those other guys? They're not gonna touch you as long as you're fighting me. But when you're done with me, get ready for the next one.
But how you gonna beat Zeus if you can't jump? It's unrealistic, bro.
Just watch it, man.
That
Google
story
it.
makes no sense.
Well, just like in Zelda, what they did is that you don't need a jump button. When you walk up to a ledge, he jumps. So, all good.
Zelda's fighting little tree trunks and shit. This guy's taking on gods.
Yep.
There's a big difference.
So let me
I don't know,
see.
man.
I saw the Dynasty Warrior game. I also am not really into them. The graphics look good. It looked like they put a ton of enemies on the screen.
Yeah.
and messing them up looked kind of cool. There was some weird cartoony game on there that was kind of not my speed at all. The
Infinity
ballad
Nikki.
was that Nikki Infinity
That was
Nikki.
like the selfie game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
it's
weird.
good.
But I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw it towards the very end, after all that bubbly, cartoony stuff, they show like some girl hanging up by chains and stuff like that, and then it cuts away. So I think they probably should have shown a little bit more of that dark tone if they wanted to
Mm.
gain attention. But apparently that
Mm.
game, that series has some kind of a following, so somebody's gonna enjoy it.
They can
But then
keep.
there's those Soul games, not really a fan.
Yeah.
They look great, not a
Yeah, it
fan.
looked great, but I don't
Marvel
know, man.
Rivals, man, that game looks very stiff to me. I don't. I guess it's supposed to. Like that's how those games are.
And it's like
No,
No,
it doesn't look fluid at all.
it
Yeah,
it looks a little like, I don't know. It doesn't look as clean as it should, but I mean, what I do like is like the buildings. You could break them and all that stuff. So
that's
like
awesome.
that seems like it could be a lot of fun. You know, like blowing things up like under somebody. I don't know if you have friendly fire, but that would be funny as hell.
Hell yeah. Storm took down a building.
Vice ViceCityGamers ain't a stranger to friendly fire over here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Rivals is gonna be the same thing as Concord, man, just with superheroes instead of made up characters.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna be the same.
Yeah,
and it's
but
a,
Rivals is like it's like third person, and I mean other than that, it looks similar. Completely different art style. I don't know if they're gonna do some kind of story stuff, but yeah, it's another hero shooter. Not really my style.
Multiplayer, right?
If they, you know what though? I don't know if these are gonna be free games, like where they want you to pay for aesthetics and stuff like that. If it's free,
Mm.
I'll try it, but I ain't paying money for these games.
I don't
Pay to
think
win.
Rivals will be free. I think they're gonna, maybe it won't be like $69.99, but
Right.
I think they're gonna charge something because it's
Yeah.
They're
March.
gonna
Oh, it could be a lot of in-game stuff like loot
DLC
crates,
stuff.
stuff
skins.
like that. Yeah,
That'd be
Like
that's
X,
where they're
X
making
Defiant.
money.
yeah.
X Defiant is one of those free to play games, and then if you want to buy skins and this and that, you pay the money for the pass or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, they never make money on me.
Yeah.
I'm cheap as hell with those things.
You're a smart guy. That's why.
Yeah, never, ever, not on the app or nothing.
No,
Yeah, we've taken
Well,
advantage of
listen.
many of these companies.
Yeah,
no, but then there's people that will pay it, man. I mean, how many
Yeah.
people still playing Candy Crush and still paying $4.99 a month to get extra lives in Candy Crush?
no, I'll
It's
text my
crazy.
wife like, "Yo, give me some live."
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you and Paul play that, don't you?
I used to a long time ago, but yeah, we had like a little like group and be like, yo, I don't have lives. I was like, what level you on? They're like 200. Oh, you fucking suck. I ain't giving you no lives on 200. Figure it out.
My
Yeah, it's
sister
good that
last
that
like
game. Yeah,
it's
it's
like
good that that game
5,000
brings
or
that
something
money
like that.
because something's got to hold Xbox up.
Oh,
Oh, come on, man. King was, this is before he was owned by Xbox, so it's, relax.
I don't know how he's
Relax,
still
guy.
so high after this state of play, bro.
I know, man.
You know,
I mean,
It's all about perception.
the perception of the community was that this state of play was garbage.
Yeah, well, I don't follow everybody, you know.
No,
just-
but
I
I
make
mean,
my
not
own
just
opinion.
everybody. Go, I mean, I should read the comments and read it. But the consensus was that it could have been
it's
better.
not perception that it was garbage. This is fact, bro.
Yeah.
Straight fact. It was right there in front of you. Everybody watched the same shit. Like,
Look, the same way that you guys can give your money to Xbox every month with the stuff that you're getting for it and not even playing the games, it's it's the same thing, right?
Well,
I-
I just
everybody
gave
thinks the other
PlayStation
guy's
$40
crazy.
something. I
I
just gave
mean, it's just
PlayStation
like
40 something
Netflix,
dollars.
bro. It's something convenient to have if you can afford it. It doesn't, break your pockets. Like, I would be more susceptible to paying a couple months on Game Pass without playing than buying Rise of Ronin and fucking not liking that shit. You know?
You should have
I
returned it,
don't-
bro.
Maybe I'm different.
No, I'm gonna give it another shot.
Why?
I'm like, I gotta finish it because I gotta finish it. Like, I gotta finish.
My
I'm
man.
gonna suffer through it. I'm gonna suffer 30 hours or 20 hours, what the hell the game length is, and just cry the whole time. And
You're a fellow masochist. I like it.
Yes.
Just finish it, then turn it in.
You know what? I even downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PlayStation because they have it included in the premium pass right now.
Yeah.
So I was so upset I was gonna just turn Rise of Running off and start playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2 free on PlayStation Plus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
But it's a PlayStation 4 version, right? So
Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
There is no PlayStation 5 version. Is there?
I
don't think
they
so.
don't upscale
I'm just
like
messing with
Xbox does on this side. They're
Right,
not
no,
upscaling
upscale.
over there.
They left it on
I mean,
PlayStation 3 graphics.
yeah, I mean, you can shine a turret all you want. You can upscale it on Xbox, but still the same
Speaking of
thing.
PlayStation 3 graphics, Silent Hill.
Rise of
Oh.
Rome.
Yes.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, so I was reading a little bit about this. Silent Hill is owned by Konami, and I should say that back in the 90s when Silent Hill first came out, it was the biggest competitor to Resident Evil. Resident Evil completely took over survival horror, and nothing else comes close except for Silent Hill back then. And Silent Hill did have like 4 different games or something like that, but I really expected something like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes and the 4 remake. But this, and so now the thing is that you have this group called Bluebird Team or whatever that they remake games and stuff like that, and they're doing it for Konami. And now there's like some rumors or whatever that maybe Konami's not paying them enough or some shit like that. But hopefully, I mean, I think it's too late though. The game's coming out in a few months, and you're right. Yeah, it looks like whack.
Well,
So
Konami's had some bangers, so let's see.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't hit on Sony's best game in this whole state of play.
Astro, baby.
That's weird. Nah, not even close, bro.
What is it?
Infinity Nikki.
The selfie game.
Oh yeah, bro. That's just
Oh,
fire,
come
man.
on,
What you know
dog.
about that?
Sony got some hitters out here this week.
Hey, I'm gonna play
listen.
Pokemon. What's the Pokemon one where you take pictures? What's that one called?
Pokemon Snap. I
Pokemon
think it was.
Snap.
There you go.
Yeah. Honestly,
Hey,
I
listen.
had on my notes. I was like, "What?" I put literally, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah.
That
Hey man,
was-
look at
that
your
was a
monthly
pretty one.
Xbox free games every month. You get 1 or 2 good games, but you'll find something like this on there every month.
Well, you
Hey.
got a vault of fire ass games that you can choose from. There's no
Yeah, but you don't realize that
point in
PlayStation
harping on
has
them.
something similar, man. People don't realize like every month.
Yeah, they're
there's like-
copycats, and then they get all the
All the
claim
credit.
and fame. Bro, how are people not outraged at this state of play? If Xbox did some shit like this, you would not hear the end of this. For the rest of the
IGN
year.
will be murdering
ta-
them.
What are you talking about? Xbox does this every
all
time.
CG.
Xbox
This
been doing
whole
this for
state of play
years.
was all CG. I think they announced like 3 games coming this year.
Yeah, no, but there was gameplay of Silent Hill, Concord.
There's like 3 Overwatch type games in this shit.
just 2.
It was trash, bro. It was trash. Ragnarok. Oh, we're getting it again on PC.
Yeah, I don't know about
come
that.
on, man. That shit was a long time ago.
You could announce
Path
that
to
elsewhere.
Exile.
Path of
Yeah,
Exile looks
but-
great, man.
It does. That's the only thing pretty much holding this shit.
You know what's cool about
That
Path
and
of
Astro
Exile?
Boy.
They have couch co-op. So you could have somebody over and play it like we used to play Diablo back in the day, where both players are on the same screen and you just play the game like co-op together. I mean, I know online co-op's cool, which is great. They have that too. But I love the idea that you could just sit on the couch together and play something like that. It takes me back to Diablo 1 and 2 back on the PS1. Good times.
Nice.
Yeah,
Path of
man.
Exile.
I think
Anything
we
else on
lost
the state of
DJ.
play?
Oh, he's back.
State of
Besides
play.
it was garbage? No, that's it.
I mean, it's a state of trash, bro. Yo, I've never seen so much CG in my life. This is the shit that Xbox used to get knocked for. This comes out, oh, the consensus is it wasn't that good. But when you talk to like real media outlets or listen to podcasts beyond, oh, it was good. They're always like trying to hide these guys. Well, where the win meets is probably like, I don't know. my most anticipated game on that shit.
Really?
And you barely saw anything. Everything was CG in this whole state of play. They barely showed any gameplay from any game. Concord took up 10 of the 30-minute presentation. And Concord got a dope ass, like those weekly episodes sound pretty legit. But how long are they really going to be? And
Yeah,
what
how
are they
long
going
can
to
you sustain
consist of?
that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, for me, I'm probably gonna try to give Concord. I like those Overwatch type games. I'm over here talking shit, but I like it. It's just I don't know how to explain it, man. Like this, I'm telling you, if Xbox would have came out with this, they would have got ripped.
Oh,
And right now,
yeah. Phil Spencer is killing Xbox again. Sarah Bonds is killing
uh,
Xbox
oh
again.
yeah, no, Xbox is
100%.
fucked. They're doomed. Oh,
Yeah, they're doomed.
I can't.
Burn the consoles.
Man,
Sell the consoles.
they're not gonna survive when this trash is on on the opposing team. Oh man, y'all gonna be in for it come June 9th.
Come.
Oh,
It's Sunday, right? Sunday or Saturday?
this
Saturday.
showcase is gonna be.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this
Angels.
like the actual Summer of Games event for Sony?
Mm.
Or is this just like a little, hey guys, here?
Yeah, I think it's just a little, hey, take a look at this. Because I think the Summer Games Fest, so I have a theory. The last year or so has been super dry. The only people that have an excuse is Nintendo because they have a new console coming. Not
They're
that they
waiting.
should take their foot completely off the gas, but that's what they're doing, and Nintendo does whatever they want, and nobody cries about it. They just deal with it. But the other two have been somewhat dry. I mean, like, let's be honest, Hellblade came out, and like, did you guys play it?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
did, Chris?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you guys
I
beat
ain't
it?
finished it yet. No, I'm like 3 hours in.
Oh, so you're like 80% done with the game. So no, but like being honest,
Why is that a
they get
bad thing?
no
It
no.
was
So actually,
included.
short games are good, but so here's the
Amazing.
thing. I think that the game looks crazy. It looks nuts,
Looks
and
phenomenal.
I
Yeah.
think it looks the way that everybody expected this generation to look. I think
Hmm.
that everybody was like, all right, let's have this big leap where the graphics are going to be better and everything like that. But the problem is, as the games continue to come out, they're not going to all look like that. This was almost like an
Clearly.
experiment to
Look at
show
Silent
you
Hill
that this
too.
is a possibility because this game has been in production. This game got announced with the Xbox Series X, and it took 7 years of production to finally come out. And it doesn't even have an hour of gameplay to each year that it's been in production. And the worst part about it is that you're on rails. It's a masterpiece, visually amazing. I thought the story was awesome. I thought the story, like, it had me hooked, man. I was there just, and I watched it. I didn't play it. I'll be straight up. But the story seemed awesome. It kind of like was a little bit disappointing what the boss battles were like. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, Chris, but yeah, I don't know. I
No,
don't
go
know.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't
Okay.
mind. Yeah, I don't mind. Go ahead.
So there's the bosses. I saw a lot of inspiration from The Evil Within. The
Mm.
Evil Within, it belongs to you guys now, but it's a phenomenal horror game. Gives Resident Evil a run for its money. Very creepy stuff that game does. I don't know how they do it, man, but they just find a way to just like make your skin crawl watching stuff. So when you see that first giant, you're like, oh shit, like that thing looks like you don't want to be anywhere near it. Bro, that is the final boss of the Evil Within 2. The same boss.
Mm.
And then when you
Really?
hear the noise that those creatures make, that clicking sound, that's The Last of Us, bro. All day.
Oh
That's the
yeah, clickers.
clickers. I know you
Yeah.
heard that,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. I heard.
So I mean, they took a lot of inspiration from different things, and that's fine. I think the thing about the boss fights that's terrible is that you don't fight them. You like go from like one hiding spot to another, and you break chains, and eventually you break enough chains to release them. And then in another one, you're like avoiding waves of water that'll take you into the ocean.
Mm.
And like you don't really fight any bosses. And then the regular fights are they're fights technically, but I wasn't exaggerating, man. You square up to somebody, and you got four options: light hit, heavy hit, parry, or dodge. And it's like
Right.
one of those dueling games. Like I remember there was a game on the iPhone back in the day where you're a knight and you go up to these different knights, and here they come to swing at you, and they project so hard. Like, okay, here it's coming this big old slash, and you
Mm.
just, all right, am I gonna dodge or parry?
You just gotta time
And then
it.
you hit,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's just kind of crazy how you might have like five enemies on the screen, and it's like they're all lined up off screen waiting to fight you, you know? But still,
So
story and visuals were amazing.
yeah. So I will tell you this, and I played. I'm like 3 hours in, and so far the graphics are amazing. Right. Playing it with headphones on is the way to go. You have to play with headphones
Yes,
because
100%.
the sounds are of the voices, because you have one or two different voices or three at a time talking to you, and you're all over the place. So that kind of in itself was getting me paranoid because I was playing it with the lights off. But
That's what's
dark.
up.
Yeah, so that got me a little paranoid. Like, oh, it's like, hang on a second, like let me turn the light on, kind of thing. Gameplay, like I said, graphics sounds amazing, and sounds were amazing. The gameplay itself was a little too slow for me. I like a little faster pace kind of game. But the overall experience, I guess, is just in the graphics and the sound itself, because they did a phenomenal job with that. Phenomenal. Like I couldn't stop. I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen because of how beautiful it looked. Um, and the scenes when you're underwater and you feel you're about to drown. Holy crap! It's like you're immersed in it. What I'm talking about. There's a one part of the game when you first start and you're crawling under a boat, and then I guess she starts getting PTSD or whatever the hell it is,
Hmm.
and she starts like think she's drowning and stuff like that. It was really cool, and and the graphics itself and the sound immerse you in that kind of in that feeling, so you feel like you're actually there, which was really neat. But the gameplay could be a little faster, but I guess it's just the way the game is set up to, it's supposed to be very linear, very, puzzle based too as well. And that's one of the other things I didn't like. The puzzle things a little, I had to get used to it. I totally forgot about how to like set up all the signs and everything again. So I had to refresh myself because there's no what's the word tutorial to tell you how to do certain things.
I actually like that about it, that there's no like button prompts or anything like that. There's no stuff cluttering the screen. It's like you're
Mm.
playing a movie.
No, but just a little tutorial here and there would have been great. Like, hey, this does this, the zoom button does this. It would have been appreciated. But like I said, I do agree with what the score they got. Now that I played it for a few hours, so but overall it was a great game so far. I haven't finished it yet.
What do you guys think? Anybody else got anything on this game?
Jacob.
No, I haven't really even seen it, to be honest. But I'm not really into like any games that are like a few hours long. I like long ass RPG games, other than like maybe, like I'll play like NBA 2K24 on the side just to kind of like decompress from the long ass games.
Mm,
That's just more my style.
like that grind, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
love it.
Grinding Final Fantasy 16 again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Savage.
I did New Game Plus, so I'm like
Oof.
max level, so it's easy. I didn't put hard mode or nothing. Just getting the story.
Nice.
Final Fantasy. You really are a fucking advocate for that Final Fantasy, boy. That
Honestly,
shit runs in
You don't even
your
know.
blood over there.
bro, I have too much stuff of Final Fantasy. But it's just my style of game. I love it. And not all of them, like those 13-2, all that lightning, that shit sucked. 15 had potential the first half of the game, and then the second half was garbage, but yeah. So like some of them suck, but
Yeah.
like I have my little favorites. 16, honestly, I like a lot. I think it's a really good game. The story is really good. You just have to, you can't really take a week-long break because then you forget everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Here's hoping for
BJ, you got anything
Xenogears.
on Hellblade?
Yeah, man. Hellblade 2 so far. I see I see the criticism. I think it took a couple steps back from the first game, like the combat, for example. In the first game, everybody was there at the same time. You can kind of rotate, change opponents. I feel like there was a little more control. The pace of this game is trash. I tell you like that. There's so much dead space in between, like these
Hmm.
long ass walks that you have to do to get to where you're at. That nothing's going on. You just hear the furies in her head. And her father, which is kind of dope at the same time because they're trying to build a story, but there's so much dead space, man. Uh, with that being said, this is the best looking game, and the audio is ridiculous. And I see where they spent their time. Like something
Hmm.
like this didn't come out to remind us that this is the type of hardware that we signed up for. Then I feel like we're just gonna keep getting Silent Hill 2s, you know? Like it's nice when you have CG. Anybody can make that shit look good, but when it's real in-game graphics running on the engine, like Hellblade is where it's at. And this is the type of shit like, oh, these systems ain't powerful enough. Da da da. There's no reason to upgrade. Look at what they handle. My Hellblade 2 is running smooth, like real smooth.
Yeah.
And I could see where people get with the story and stuff, but she's schizophrenic.
Mm.
So that's why you hear all this stuff going on. This is her like mental illness kicking in, all of these
Right.
illusions and stuff like that. She's battling demons within. It's not like something that she's really taking out these gods and shit. So it's I don't know. For me, Hellblade is just what I thought it was gonna be. There's a couple things that they added on the combat, but the combat just felt like it a little more
Clunky.
impactful. Like when you hit or get hit, she gets knocked back and stuff. Um, and also like when they're throwing the axe and you press the focus, she'll grab that shit and throw it back.
That was badass.
That's pretty dope.
You need
I
that
don't know if you
focus with the
guys were
fire,
able to
guys.
see it. Man, but the focus, they relied way too heavy on that. I didn't really like the combat, but I didn't play Hellblade for the combat, to be
Mm.
honest. So
Mm.
it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm glad that something like this came out to show what this hardware can do. And I think the audio is probably like one of the best. Like if you're listening to headphones, you hear them whispering in the back of this ear, and then the other one speaking in this ear, and then
Your hair stand up too. It's like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to play that with headphones.
Yeah.
When her dad speaks, it's like,
Oh
I
yeah.
oh
like that.
shit.
Bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine what this like. All right, so hopefully they stop with the Sanoa for a minute, and if they do something like a horror game, they'll knock that shit out the park. They
Mm.
would
Yeah.
knock that. Ninja Theory takes over.
Right.
They'll come up with some crazy shit. And but overall, I think it's like an 8 or a 9 game. I put that thing on like a B plus for what they did. For what they did with pushing the medium forward, I think it was well worth it. I don't mind the whole 6 hour game. And matter of fact, I'm loving it because I'm almost done with that shit, and I barely had time to play. You know, so
Yeah, my only worry is that what they just showed us was that the only way to really get those visuals is by keeping you on a
taking your time.
track. Like you have these narrow paths, like you see these things off in the distance, but you can't go there because that would be too much. And I think that the only time that we're going to be able to, or the next time that we're going to be able to see, is going to be with Grand Theft Auto 6. Because I feel like no game has had more money pumped into it, more development time, and they're going to probably try to do the most. They're probably going to try to turn everything up to a 10 when it comes to obviously the map, the details that you see, and then the way your characters look. So that's I feel like we're gonna see what's possible. I mean, we've seen this side of the spectrum. It can look this good, which it looked like real life, and I was very I guess like fortunate that when I watched it, it was a dude playing it on PC with
Well, true.
120 frames, and I think he was at 4K, if not 1440. You know, so that's
Damn.
It looked insane. It
Yeah.
looked I can't I've never seen a game look that good. So, and it's exciting for the future, but I hope that it's possible to do that and open up the area. And with a horror game, it might be more doable. Something like Resident Evil 7 that was first person and 8 as well to look that great. And since those games you move a little bit slower, it might be something they could pull off hopefully. But only time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's how do you say it? I think that for all the hate and mismanagement that Xbox gets, like, oh, they mismanaged this, I feel like they've done a pretty good job of letting these companies do their own thing and not overstepping. You know, the failures have been on the actual developers themselves. I think that this game wouldn't have looked this way without Xbox stepping in and giving them the resources that they did. So, well, I'm pretty sure with what they learn here, it's gonna branch off to the other Xbox studios, which is exciting for the future. Imagine a fucking Master Chief that looks like this, or Gears. Wait till Gears comes out.
It was
We're
sick.
gonna see now in the showcase that one game is gonna be better than anything the State of Play fucking showed. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I don't
looking
know. Let's
forward to
see if we
that.
can compare it to Silent Hill 2.
Remember, they took some time to develop that game engine. So we'll see when they come back.
Right.
And I'm gonna say it now. We have to get on and play 4 or 5 before 6 comes out.
Just do it.
Co-op
3-player
action.
co-op.
I'm
They
down.
got
Four-player
3.
co-op.
It could be
Yeah, 3-player. I think 3-player, 4-player co-op. 5 is.
hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Oh yeah, amazing.
What do you guys grade Hellblade?
Me, I'll give it a solid 8.
A?
And it's mainly solid 8 because of the gameplay was too slow for me. The combat was too slow for me. I needed something more busy, and it wasn't. But graphically and sound wise, it was amazing. So that's why I give it an 8.
What about the story so far?
Story's great, but I wanted more out of the combat.
Nah, I think the pacing has a lot to do with the story. The story is fire, just like Hellblade 1, but all the stuff in between takes away from it. Like I feel like this is like one of the most horribly paced games I've ever seen, but that story, if you put it together, it's pretty dope so far.
I mean, just the beginning when you land on the beach and you're walking from the beach to the first battle to get your sword, it takes you like 10 minutes. Just that. So it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Just get the goddamn sword and chop somebody's head off.
Be honest, have you guys fallen asleep at the wheel playing the game?
No.
No.
I've been wide awake. Especially those sounds keep you awake. Those sounds in your ear won't let you fall asleep. All the chatter and the talking. And,
Wake up. What's she doing?
Yeah.
Wake up. Yeah, I will say that the voices only got annoying a couple of times, which is surprising because I thought that it was going to be overwhelming. But for the most part, it just fits. It fits into the whole idea, especially since a lot of times you feel kind of lonely. So the voices are kind of compensate for that. But I like part of me wants to give it a 7 because the
It's
fight
an
That's the
Xbox.
scale we're
and
using now?
like
Because it's
feeling
on
like you're on
Xbox.
rails. What's that?
Because it's on Xbox.
No, man.
I'm
Hey,
just kidding, bro. Just kidding. It's a joke.
a
It's a joke.
7 is a good score, and so is an 8. But I originally told you guys that I thought it was an 8, so I'm gonna stick with an 8 just because what was done with the visuals and the audio and the landscape, and the story was pretty good. I liked the story for the most part. It was pretty simple, not too complicated, nothing like that'll blow your mind, but it was good. It was satisfying, and no spoilers for the end of it, Chris. I don't want to mess it up for you, or you too, BJ, if you haven't spoiled yourself. But yeah, it's a good story, and for that reason, I feel like you got to look at things for what they are. Just because you don't like that style of the game, I don't feel like it's fair to give it a bad grade just because it's not your thing. So I normally wouldn't play something like, well, I don't know. If it was sitting in front of me and I didn't know anything about it and I started playing, maybe I'd be into it. I don't know if I could make it through those long walks. But anyways, I'm gonna stick with my 8. I feel like it deserves that. It's done
What,
things that no game has done before. So you got to give credit where credit is due.
what are you gonna put on his report card, Jay? Just making up your own grading scale.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I said 8, like ocho, 8 out of
I
10, or
know.
you want a letter?
What, I don't know. What have we been doing here on Vice City Gamers, dog?
I don't know. We do it's different every time.
It's different every time.
What did you say, Chris? It was
I said an 8, so
8.
it'll be like I guess like a B plus if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, that sounds fair. B plus.
So we're all in agreement then.
Yeah, yeah, think so.
Jacob,
I'll say
how about you, Jacob? I haven't played it.
I'll say a B plus too. Fuck it.
Not to screw up the average.
Yeah. I don't want to mess it up.
I
That's
think
a what's up?
I think that spider boob game will get a 10 though.
Yeah, bro. That's
You know what I'm saying?
titty slingers. No,
She could be on the cover of the milk cartons, dog.
yeah. Got
Oh
milk.
man.
She
You
better
got
be in
milk, right?
Rivals.
The new
Uh,
color.
The cover would be like a carton of milk with a missing Spider-Man in the back. With
It
her
could
boobs
be a
hanging
VR
out.
game.
Yeah.
It could be a VR game.
Oh shit. Oh.
Like, whoa.
Oh god.
I love
so
it.
this is what it's like being a woman.
Oh man.
I go back for all the hate that I feel like Hellblade 2 was. We're all saying it's a B plus. Not a bad game at all.
No.
In fact, that's above average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's
Visually.
bad. I think maybe the majority thought it was going to be something else. Maybe people who haven't played the first one expected something else. I don't know,
Something more.
but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be this kind of thing. But being fair, looking at it in its own kind of realm, I think that's fair. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, I've enjoyed it so far, except for like I said, the dead space that does get you. But excuse me. Other than that,
Falling
it's
asleep just thinking about
been yeah.
Sorry.
Other than that, it's been a long day. Other than that, it's been good so far.
Well, what do you guys grade that state of play that you just saw?
Oh man,
Hmm.
I give it a D plus.
A D plus what?
D plus my nuts because
We're talking about what score?
Oh, he's talking about getting scored, all right.
Yeah,
Check it
I'll
out,
give
babies.
an actual. I'm gonna count the games. How many games came out? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The
11,
math
12,
magician's
13,
gonna
14.
math the shit out of this.
14. I'd say 2.5 of those games were okay. So I'd probably give it
a D, right?
D minus, man.
There you go.
Like I don't really look at these like things. I never expect any new games. I'm like, oh, whatever happens. It's whatever. But yeah, there was. I mean, from what the games that were showed and what I'm actually interested in, it's not that great. But
No.
I have a lot of games in the back burner, so I'm good.
Yeah. 100%.
Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I was like,
Dave the Diver.
David.
Hey, I'm gonna end up picking up Infinity Nikki and streaming that shit. Just
Really?
you guys fucking with us so hard.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell this is, I'm gonna play. And for sure by the end, I'll be like, you guys don't understand. It's actually good.
It's really good.
For sure.
Oh.
Jeez.
The highest rated game that came out. That
Hell yeah.
Better than
I mean,
Silent Hill 2.
the two Soul games look great, but like I said, Soul games, I don't have time to get my ass kicked every 5 seconds, and then nah, I ain't got time for that. Sorry. Some people do. I don't.
Yeah, they look great, but it's just
Yeah.
Well, I'll jump
It
in
is
because
what
I
it
know
is.
BJ wants to go last on this one. He wants to give it the body slam. What at the end of it.
no bias.
finish
But
him.
I would give it a C. I'm looking at it in the greater scope of things. A lot of these games are not for me. The Concord one, I kind of go back and forth on it. Like they're being unique. I mean, they're copying Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit, and they are looking at the hero shooter formula. But I want to see what happens with it. You know, a lot of people looked at Helldivers too, and was like, this kind of looks exactly like the first game. It kind of looks like trash, whatever. And the rest is history. It's like the freaking biggest thing there's been in a while. And
I not to cut you off, but I just saw one of the coolest mods for Helldivers today.
oh,
They put Mickey Mouse and Goofy
yo, that shit
and,
looks so
and
crazy.
Donald. And when I tell you, seeing Mickey Mouse get blown up is super satisfying, bro.
Yo, it looks so real. Donald Duck.
I know,
like,
bro.
I know I didn't send it to Jacob, but it's basically it looks like the characters at the actual park. So it's
Yeah.
like somebody wearing the full suit, running
Like the
around,
tuxedo
running and
suit,
gunning,
yeah.
getting smoked. It was actually pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Out
That
of the
sounds
PC.
fun.
And it was pretty, dude, if you have it, we'll get on it. Because Jose and I have it. We haven't played it in a
Have you played it, Jacob?
while.
Helldivers?
No, I've seen it pop up on PlayStation. I don't really play any PC games anymore. But is it like cross-platform? Like can I play with you if I'm on the PlayStation or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so we have it on PlayStation, but they made it on PC also, so PlayStation can play with PC. And I wouldn't be surprised if it makes its way to Xbox eventually.
Yeah.
And
But it
it's
was
just
fun,
dumb
bro.
fun, man. Because in the beginning, I was like, "This is garbage," but when the music starts playing and they launch you
Yeah.
to the planet, you're like, "Oh
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
this is good." And then and the stuff that happens in it, bro, there's friendly fire. You have to be
Yeah, your brother
extremely
likes to kill
careful
people
in
with
this game.
grenades.
Bro,
Oh,
yeah,
You-
me and Chris were by ourselves on this planet. We had never been. We didn't know what we were expecting. We're out there looking around, and all of a sudden the enemies start coming, and we're shooting, and we're good, whatever. And it starts to really pick up. And there's a point where he just crossed in front of the line of fire, bro. I shot him in the back of the head. And what's cool is, you can like it's a play on Super Troopers, not Super Troopers, Starship Troopers.
Starship
And
Troopers,
Starship
yeah.
Troopers, it's all about the greater good, and it's all about saving the world at all costs, and it's like it jokes like
Yeah,
about you
the
being
beginning
expendable.
cutscenes like that, yeah.
Yeah, so like
The
you're playing with
beginning
each
cutscene
other,
of it.
and what'll happen is like I kill Chris, so now what I have to do is throw a grenade that's like a strobe, where the ship will send me reinforcements to wherever I drop
Yeah.
it. So
So
it's
I get to
him again,
redeploy.
but it's plays it like it's like, oh, your soldier died, let's just send some other guy lined up. So it's like it's funny. So like you get overwhelmed, you might tell one person like, "Yo, get out of here, survive," because that person could kind of respawn everybody else from outside the fight.
Right.
But I don't know what it is about this game. It just feels like they keep coming from everywhere and it just
Everywhere,
doesn't
yeah.
stop. And if you really get in a hole, you might have to get the hell out of town. And we had a couple of times where we were at the flag, like kind of like a capture the flag kind of thing. We're waiting for extraction, and they're just coming and coming and coming.
Oh yeah.
And bro, remember Chris when we started throwing those grenades from like a mile
Right.
away? It was
Right.
so satisfying to launch a grenade probably 50 yards and then seeing that delay and just like a mob of enemies and just like a perfect dome shape of enemies fly up in the sky from the grenade. Bro, it's hilarious. It's a lot of fun, man.
Dad or your brother saying, "Hey, check what I could do with this grenade," and doesn't wait for me to move it, throws it right up at my vicinity and blows me up.
Oh man.
Yeah,
No,
there's these robots that come out of these factories and the game doesn't really tell you what to do, but you look at it, you're like, there's a hole, like a chimney. So you think, okay, maybe if I throw a grenade in there, it'll blow up. And sure enough, you throw the grenade and it blows up. So me and Chris are there fighting the enemies off, and I'm like, dude, they're not going to stop unless we take these things out. So I stop to throw a grenade off the rim, lands like on his shoulder basically. Lays, and I ran, but I didn't even have a chance to say anything to him. I just freaking ran from him. I look back and he ragdolls, boom. I was like, sorry, bro, I'll bring you back.
Man.
Fucking hilarious. It's a lot of
It was fun.
I think it's only $40 too. It's not like a full price game.
Yeah.
But they keep adding things to it.
Yeah.
And like there's these huge bosses that you have to fight, and you could actually like walk on them and jump on them and stuff. So it's kind of fun.
And now they added mechs, I think, right? They added mechs, I think.
Oh
to
yeah,
it
so
now.
you can climb in a mech just like in Alien and in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
Yeah.
They're stepping on your teammates and shit. I'm
Oh,
sure.
I don't know. Maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. Well, we went way off on a tangent there. What the
So
hell
wait,
were
it's
we
How we
talking
do?
about?
Oh no, we went for BJ to give his grade. Did you give his score already, BJ?
Probably. So this is the thing. I think that this can't be the actual summer showcase thing. So they were probably just getting rid of the garbage now, like all the CG and all that stuff. So I think they're gonna come back heavy because we didn't even see Wolverine. You know?
Right.
And the PS5 Pro didn't say
Oh, yeah.
anything about that too. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have another one with like bangers. But this one for me was like straight trash. Straight trash. And yeah, nothing really related to me. I'll probably check out Concord. Astro Boy looked dope. I like platformers like that. I'm a nerd like that, but I would say a D plus.
Oh, that's nice of you. I was suspecting the big old foxtrot.
Damn, man. So I was,
Me
I was
too.
the, I was the lowest. Oh,
Let's
shit.
get
Nah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be
Send it.
C minus.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah.
damn.
Fuck it. I'll
I'm
change
gonna
it
give
to
you a virtual
F.
hug right now.
Bring
A
down the
virtual
average.
reach around.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Yep.
Good times.
All right. On to the next one.
Yeah,
on
man.
to the next one.
I
So
think
our
there is
next
a show
topic-
at the end of the year,
What's
by
up?
the way. I think there is a show, like a showcase at the end of the year, but I don't know. I Googled it, but I don't know if there's one coming up in the
They
middle of
can't
the
hold out to the end of the year. It has to be some summer game
Yeah.
Summer
Might
Game
be
Fest.
July or August.
because if it's rumored that the PS5 Pro is gonna drop this holiday.
Oh,
They
then they have
can't
to
wait
give it time.
until
The holiday. Yeah, no one will buy it.
yeah.
True that.
That new Nintendo is gonna mop everything that comes out.
Yep. I think it's
So, I
finally
would-
approaching the PS2. It's gotta be the number one. I think it passed the DS. No, it did. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll behoove Sony to get out there and announce some shit
Sooner or later. Yeah.
and maybe get it out this year before. I mean, they're gonna do well hardware wise regardless, but I think it'll be smart because Nintendo would probably eat a lot of that stuff up.
You know, speaking of that, I'm surprised I forgot about this. Have you guys heard about the whole split in consoles with PlayStation?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So I started hearing about this yesterday or today, I can't remember. But basically, Sony's very open about their numbers, and they showed that 50% of the people playing PlayStation right now are playing on PS4s. So
I saw that. Yeah, I
50,
did see that.
60
Yeah, you're right.
million PS5s have sold. So there's 50, 60 million people still playing on their PS4s, which kind of makes sense because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the PS5 and I guess the Xbox too, but I don't have one. But I feel like it's just an extension of the previous generation. Like the leap doesn't look that big. I mean, with the exception of Hellblade, which I feel like is kind of an exception, but it just feels like it's continuing on. And I think that the time that's going to come where people are really going to start buying the next gen consoles is going to be when GTA 6 comes out and they want the fast load times and the crazy graphics. And now that I think about it, we've heard about this new Xbox console that they're going to be, I guess, the next iteration or their version of a Pro or whatever it's going to be. And if I'm not mistaken, they were talking about fall of next year, which is the same time that GTA 6 is going to come out. So I wonder if these two, when PlayStation and Xbox are forget all this stuff, that this console generation fight and everything, they're looking way ahead to when the next big banger is coming out, and they want to try to align their consoles with that. Just a theory, but I thought it was crazy that it's a 50-50 split, man. With as much consoles that are selling, there's still that many people still slamming it with their PS4s, bro, playing everything. That because now they're releasing it on both things. It's only recently that games started coming out only on the PS5, only on the Xbox. I assume it's a similar situation with the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Interesting shit.
Interesting shit. That Xbox One, I used to play my PlayStation 3 through my Xbox.
What the hell?
Fun fact.
Educate me, Daddy.
All right.
Xbox One. Daddy.
Xbox One had the way that system set up, or what it was designed to be before, is to be your one and all for your entertainment system. So the way you can connect the PlayStation 3 into the Xbox, you turn the Xbox on and you're playing like my DC Universe Online, I would play that shit with my Xbox controller.
What form of sorcery is this?
Just the way that it was built, man. I prefer to play all my shit on Xbox if I could. So,
not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
If I still had it, I would show you. Using a N64 controller on my PC to play Zelda, so I'm with you.
Right.
Yeah, you would have liked it. You would have liked that function a lot, especially if it was the other way around.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty dope.
We gotta stay on topic, boys. Let's go.
I think this rumor real quick.
Get to the Xbox.
the Xbox new hardware coming out. I think Sony's waiting. That's probably why they didn't release anything now. I feel like Sony always waits for Xbox to go first. But if they're waiting to say that that's going to be a PS5 Pro or it's going to just be the PS6. You know what I'm saying? Because if Xbox does come out with a new console next year, around the same time, that's a new generation, then that's going to be a little hotter than anything Pro related, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you could depend on Digital Foundry to do a breakdown of both of them to see where they're at. We'll see. It's going to be interesting times. But I follow these guys, Digital Foundry, on YouTube, and they do good breakdowns on all the games, see how they run. They test different consoles and stuff like that. Very non-biased dudes, as far as I can tell. And when those consoles come out, I'm sure they'll put them through the ringer and see what they're capable of. People smarter than us. But yeah. Should we get to the Xbox showcase?
Let's do it.
All right. So just for the sake of time, you go with what they're going to open with, what they're going to close with, and one crazy prediction. And we'll just keep it that simple.
All right. What you want to start us off?
Go first. Come on, Jacob. Go ahead, Jacob. Let you go first.
Oh, you want me?
Oh, whoever.
No, Chris, for sure.
Oh, me? Like you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty quick with this when it comes to things like this.
Yeah, you like getting everything off your chest ASAP.
So they will open that thing with Call of Duty 6 for sure, 100%. They'll open with that, all right?
I think so.
Yeah, 100%. Call of 6. Black Ops 6 is gonna be the opener. They will close.
But what if Sony still has the rights to advertising? We don't know what those contracts were.
No matter. No
Yeah?
matter. Nah. I think they're gonna open with Black Ops 6. They will close with the Starfield, right? With the Starfield DLC, because they're gonna go into like the little things of it into it, like they did like the prior shows. You know, they're gonna talk more about it at the end. They do like a separate little thing after the end of the show. And I was looking at the list I sent you guys. The crazy prediction for me is gonna be Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 3.
That'd
Yeah.
be nuts.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be insane.
I think that'll be the crazy one they're gonna pull out of their butts. It'll be Titanfall 3. And
You
do it in
don't
the
think
middle of the show.
EA would want to announce that shit on one of their shows? Something like that?
No. When's the last time EA had a show?
I don't know, but that would be something to come back for.
I mean, considering that all the EA games are free are included with Microsoft Game Pass, you know, why not let them announce it? You know, it won't be day one, but it'll still be announced. Hopefully it'll be announced Titanfall 3. That'd be great with the new updated graphics and everything. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
And you know, but like I said, Black Ops 6 opening, Starfield DLC is gonna close it, and you're gonna throw the little surprise in the middle of, you know, hopefully they show Blade as well. I'm hoping they show Blade, but they are gonna show hopefully Titanfall 3. That'll be great.
Oh, those updates or DLCs and stuff usually come in the middle. I don't think they're gonna close the show on like a little expansion, bro.
I only say it because they've done it in the past. Like they did it in the past. They closed with something, and then just to show what went into making that DLC at the end of the show, and like a follow up last time. So we'll see. Or I could be wrong.
I didn't know.
They could close with Gears of War 6. You know, I could be wrong.
Oh, good. JJ.
So let's see. So open, close, and then something interesting. All right, so they might actually open with that new Doom game that's being rumored. Or not rumored, it's coming out, but I think they might open with Doom. I think they will close with Call of Duty. I feel like they have a lot of faith in that game. So I think it's gonna be one of those things you're expecting to see it, you're not gonna see anything, and then at the end, boom, they get you with that. Now, I would love to see Silk Song. I don't know if you guys know about that life.
Hell yeah.
Hollow Knight, so good. I don't know where the hell Silk Song is, but that should better come out. And sorry, I'm throwing in a couple extra things here. Blue Dragon, I would love to see. We had that back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Lost Odyssey is another one that's right there with it. I don't see it on your list, but I would love to hear that they're remaking that. But the real crazy one that I think, it's not that crazy, but I think they're gonna show Starfield for PlayStation.
That dude really is out there.
Oh God.
Just kidding. Just kidding. They would never do that on that event.
No.
Just kidding.
How about you, Jacob? What do you think?
So what's the real crazy prediction then?
Oh, hang on, you still not finished with the real prediction.
I would like to think maybe a release date for Fable and some gameplay.
Yeah,
release date.
I'd find that to
that'd
be
be cool.
kind of crazy because I don't think it's there yet, but I would love to see that.
What they say, like 2025, or you're gonna be like the month, the day, and
I would love to say December 2024, but I have a feeling that's not realistic. It's got to be 2025.
Yeah, I was gonna say close with Fable, like gameplay and release date. I'm gonna go with the start something, something easy, just to get people in. I'm biased. I'm gonna say maybe like a remastered Fallout 3 or New Vegas or something like that.
Sick.
Then close with maybe like gameplay, release date of Fable. And then the crazy would be like, since Fallout is so crazy, I'm just gonna stick with it. Fallout 5. That just maybe just like a little Fallout 5. They don't have to know, like they're just talking about it, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you guys too, like with the news that they merged it, like they closed the studios to oh shit,
Uh-oh.
we lost.
No, I think he came back. There he is.
Hold on, let me
No, he's.
bring him so he's visible to me.
Everybody got kicked out.
Okay, I see.
I think
No, this you.
it's you.
Only me?
Just
You know,
you.
you kidding
Technical
me?
error got kicked out.
I'm not touching anything here, bro. Everything's like
You're
set
good.
up
You're good.
like. So what was the crazy one you said?
Me?
Yeah.
Fallout
Hello-
5.
Oh, I think you said Hello Kitty 5.
No,
Sorry.
that's not that crazy.
That's a
That shit
PlayStation
better
exclusive.
happen. That shit better happen. Titter
Please-
Skinner 1.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And maybe
I think
something
BJ
with
was about to
Fallout
send it?
76 too.
That they could also started with Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition Gears of War. That could be another start opener.
Do you guys think that they're gonna announce hardware?
Oh, they should.
Uh,
They said they were going to.
yeah, they.
Mm.
Now, question: do you think it's gonna be a handheld or an actual like mid-gen upgrade or something new, like a cell phone or something?
Nah.
I
handheld
think
would
the
be cool.
handheld has the best chance for now. And now that the second ROG Ally is kind of out there already, I think now they're probably going to be more confident to say, hey, this is better than that. And now it's going to be available, whenever.
Hmm.
I think that's more likely.
It's gonna
Okay.
be tough, man, because they were working hand in hand with ROG to come out with Asus to come out with that ROG Ally.
Oh man.
So now
You-
it's just
you-
gonna be like they're gonna backstab them, like,
Yes.
here's our shit.
So,
Yup.
but it will make sense if they
Suck
announce a handheld. If they announce a handheld, but along with Steam, but partnership with Steam, that would be amazing.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
That would be a
That'd be
bold
cool.
prediction, bro. You should have gone with that. Partnership with Steam.
I don't know, bro. They come sometimes later on. Not everything comes at one time.
I think they're gonna start with my perfect dark, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I hope they should set the pace. Like, look, this shit is not a nightmare in development. This shit's coming and it's real. Show some fast paced gameplay. That'd be dope. I think for sure they're gonna end that shit on Gears, because to me they always end it with like something to get excited for the next year and shit. And damn, that bold prediction is tough. I think they're gonna announce a handheld, but I'm gonna make it like a Smash Bros to go along with it, like an Xbox version of Smash Bros.
Really?
That to me would be dope. With all the new characters they got now, they just took over Activision. They can do like some crazy shit.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, either that or they're gonna bring Splinter Cell and announce it on here.
Oh.
Ubisoft usually wants to do that shit, but Splinter Cell coming back for Xbox, because remember it used to be originally exclusive. I think that they'll do that shit. At least I would want to. But every year I say the same shit and I never get it. So
You think they'll show gameplay for Blade at all?
I don't know, man. I would hope so, but that shit's still like far in development. I think that they've been pretty recent over the years. Like if it's like within a year, or they'll announce some shit like Fable, but I don't think Fable's dropping for another 2 years
Yeah.
Like
at
20,
least.
26, I'm thinking. 2026, you think?
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
I don't think
Yeah.
it drops next year. I think, yo, did you see how insane that looks? That was in-game engine.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't. I
Shit
think they
looks
should take
good.
their time because that's the people that make Forza are making Fable. So them graphics are
Turn
off the
10. Turn 10.
Yeah.
It's gonna
So we'll
be
see what happens with
Fable
that.
Mario Kart.
Can you imagine? They also got that Marcus Phoenix collection for the Gears,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but I kind of don't see why they would do that because all of them are available on Game Pass,
Right,
upscaled
but
and everything.
I wonder why. You're telling me that they're gonna sell you something again that you already have. That's weird. Unless
But people have been requesting this shit. People
unless
have
it's
been
coming out on
requesting.
PlayStation.
I mean, when they re-released Gears, the first Gears,
Oh
man,
God!
when they re-released the Gears one, the first one, they re-released it on the Xbox One a few years back, and they changed it. It went from 4v4 to 5v5, which was great. And then they revamped everything, and it looked amazing, man. It was amazing on the Xbox One. Gameplay was amazing. You know, everything was great on it. You know,
Yeah, no, they keep.
like a remake for 2 or 3, which they need to remake because those games were fantastic.
God, I would hope they say something about Halo, like a story expansion or something like that.
The TV show?
I was about to say that.
Got it.
You guys are trying to trigger this guy, man.
I'm sorry.
You're trying to trigger him. He still has PTSD from the show, bro. Come on.
Master
Every
Chief.
episode we bring this shit up, bro.
It's a built-in
I
meme.
mean, at least nobody brought up the whole weakness with the Green Lantern yet. Green Lantern could never sit in that chair, bro. Hey, Green
Come
Lantern
on,
could never
man.
sit in the chair.
I got a bunch of stuff for you, by the way, BJ,
I'm weak.
of Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Tell that to this.
I have to. Well, I haven't seen Jose, but I have a bunch of stuff. I have a bag, and I have stuff for you too, Chris.
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
No,
I
of course.
appreciate it, Jacob. For
I-
real,
I-
man.
Tell it all. I have boxes full of crap. I'm trying to, but it's too much.
Hey, just don't let him sit in that chair, bro.
The slander of my Hal Jordan, bro, from this guy Chris, dog.
Really? Wow.
It's ridiculous. The
No,
slander's unreal, man.
Shooting shit on
One of the
Mac.
greatest characters ever made.
I honestly watched the movie not that long ago, and it wasn't that bad.
It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. Because the acting was pretty good, but the writing was trash. And then,
And then he
I'm
sat in a
biased.
yellow chair and fucking died. He got hit with a thing of mustard and couldn't get back up. Got squirted in the
now that you
eye.
mention it, I
That's
am
weird.
weak, bro.
Got squirted in the eye with some mustard, lost his vision.
Golly.
I'm gonna have to check this movie out.
It was
It
Dijon, don't
burns.
worry.
Oh man, that's funny.
man.
Hey, poor
Hey, Phil
guy,
Spencer's
bro.
going to be present?
You will hope so. I will hope so. I like to see him announce one of the big games.
It would be
Let's
weird
see
if
what
it
else.
wasn't.
Yeah, let it come out and announce
StarCraft 3.
StarCraft, Black Ops 6. You know, say, hey, look, our new acquisition, announcing, our partnership with Activision. It's gonna be great. Let's see.
It
Ownership.
ain't no
of Activision.
partnership.
That's
They
ownership. I
literally
mean,
took over that shit.
Ownership.
yeah, ownership of Activision and a new IP not IP, a new Black Ops 6 game coming out this November.
Yeah, man. Black Ops, man.
Man.
Black Ops 6? Jeez.
I used to destroy on Black Ops. Oh,
I still do, sir. I still do, sir.
you do? Oh,
I still do. I still do.
yeah.
I'm playing COD a lot lately again.
Me was Black Ops, but and on the 360 too.
Yeah.
That's
Black Ops 2, right? Black Ops 2?
Wasn't it Black Ops 4 or
I
something?
think it
No,
was 2 or
no,
3.
I think it was Black Ops. Oh no, I think it was just Black Ops. I don't remember.
Because it was Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 were on the
on the 360.
the 360.
I'm
Yeah.
so
I think it was Black.
confused with the
I think it was a
numbers,
Black. Yeah, me too. I think it was Black Ops 1, maybe. I don't
Really?
remember.
Did it have the map where you were in the beach? Oh.
No, that's 2. I think I played both. I think I played 1 and 2, but 1 was when I used to play a lot, and 2 I was still good because it's like riding a bike.
Is it the one with Fidel Castro in it?
I don't play the story.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
It was satisfying shooting Fidel Castro in the face, bro.
I never the story.
Really? Oh no. I always played multiplayer. Like I would get the game and be like, all right, who's gonna go on? Let's play.
Man,
Like I didn't touch the story, I don't think.
I did it. I did both. I finished the story and then go straight to multiplayer.
Oh man. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know if this is it's like somebody trolling or something, but I heard that the next Call of Duty is going to be 9/11 related.
Supposedly, that's what they were saying.
Yeah. If it's not true, that's kind of a fucked up troll.
No,
These kids don't
they've been
get it.
hinting to that. They've been saying that for a while now.
And maybe 2026, so it's like 25 years after or something.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. It's gonna be crazy.
All right. You guys got anything else?
No, sir.
Nah, Sarah Bond up on stage booty dancing.
With a rogue outfit on, huh?
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
And then Phil Spencer throwing bills on it.
Maybe an appearance from Spider Lady.
You heard it here first.
Squirt, 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 squirt.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to leave it right here. You're welcome for all this inappropriateness. Feel free to like and subscribe or whatever. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, like it. And all that good stuff. But get in the comments, man. Let's talk about
Shout out to the hot dog cart.
Yes, the hot dog cart.
Hey.